Karz and Faith. Lexi fell asleep. Oh, there's Lexi. She's awake. So we are actually en route to Michigan because I'm a reseller. I don't have to ask anyone for time off. And so we can go travel to see my family. So there's a wedding up in Michigan. So make sure you watch the videos tomorrow because I put out special ones for tomorrow and Sunday for you guys. So make sure you watch those on the Hooked on Pickin channel. But we're still here to answer some Q&As. I hope you loved our thumbnail picture because we basically just avoided a tornado a minute ago.
That was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
So you want to tell them the story of what happened?
Well, clouds were looking pretty bad, and we stopped to get some food. We thought it was a little farther in the distance, and it crept up on us pretty close. We stopped at a Dairy Queen?
Wendy's.
Wendy's. So, and used the restroom because we've been on the road, and then got some food. And then as we were in the drive-thru, I think, right?
Yeah, we started to see kind of the wall cloud dip down.
And then all of a sudden, all of our devices went off saying that we needed to go seek emergency shelter. So I think we just barely got our food.
Yeah.
We saw everybody in the restaurant getting up and trying to get out of there.
Yep.
So that was pretty wild.
So yeah, so we ordered through the drive-thru. Yeah, we weren't sure we were going to get our food, and then we quickly drove as quickly as possible, and then we drove through some serious downpours.
Really nasty rain and people trying to get off the side of the road and stuff. So there was probably something in the area. We never did see it.
Yeah.
But really nasty wall clouds. But
yeah. We're not going to be gone long. We still have unboxings for you through already set up and ready to go and stuff on the website. So since you're on the live stream, sneak peek, go check out the website. We put some new stuff on there that people won't even see until later.
Yeah.
So we're in the car here, and we're here to answer any Q&A questions. We got quite a few online, so go ahead and say hello. I think we had someone say hello already. We've got, hold on, I can't read with my sunglasses on. Nigel says, stay safe, guys. Nigel from Boston. Awesome. We're not going to be gone very long. Do you want to say hi, Faith? You're away from the back? She's all the way in the back. She's the smallest one, so she always gets stuck in the back. Then James there. And then Lexi is hiding behind me. So, say hello, Lexi. They're all on their devices, so makes for a shorter trip. So we're going to Michigan. I have a family member getting married up there, and then we're going to stop off in Kalamazoo, Michigan to have dinner with my dad. I think we're eating at an Applebee's.
I think so.
Yeah. So that should be really fun.
Friday we do Lake Michigan.
Yep, we're going to PJ Hoffmaster Park on Friday for Lake Michigan. And then Saturday's the wedding. Sunday, making tracks back home.
Yep.
So it'll be fun. So we're here to answer any questions that you guys have. Pamela Berry is on. Hello, Pamela. She says stay safe. So hopefully you enjoyed that picture. I'm going to put some more pictures of kind of what we drove through on the Hooked on Pickin Facebook page. Sorry about the bumping. I'm trying to hold it as steady as possible. Maybe I'll do this. That's a lot easier. Just going to prop it on the dashboard here. So we can see both of us. All right. So, reselling. The joys of it.
The joys of it.
The joys of it.
We get to do stuff like this.
Yeah, we do get to go do stuff with this. Hello, Emma from Montreal, Canada. So we get to do this. Said I don't have to ask my boss for permission off.
You are your boss.
I am my boss. I say it's okay and we can go on this trip.
Yeah, I would say it used to be that when you would go, if you're working for yourself, if you left, you made no money. The nice thing about online is some stores we put on vacation mode, but others we don't have that situation, so we can still make money even while we're gone. Amazon FBA is huge for that. So if you have stuff at the warehouse, people can still buy it. You're still making money even while you're going to a wedding in Michigan.
Yeah, if you saw a few weeks ago, we actually sent some stuff to Amazon, which we had not done in a long time.
I know.
So we had been focusing so much on the fire sales. It's about not being able to do the fire sales. Don't worry, we will still have some in the future, but the summertime is crazy for us. We've got camps coming up for the kids. Paul's the speaker at one of the camps for the whole week.
I think it also looks like Thursday might be the day that fire sales have to go towards because of all the kids' sports activities, family activities. So we might have to tweak it and change it just a little bit, but it'll still be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Too.
All right, so we've got a couple questions here. So we've got Emma. And then Don Reed says, where do I get the polyester bags that I need to use on Poshmark? So Poshmark, we usually polybag in a Ziploc poly bag. So if you just do Ziploc poly bag, you can do that. Or if you want the gray poly bags, you can just type in gray poly bag or white poly bag. Sometimes they're listed as white, but they're actually gray.
Where are you getting them? Probably Amazon?
I usually just order them off eBay or Amazon, whatever's cheaper. Yeah. Then we have this, that, and the other two says hello from Texas.
Cool. Hey, back to the poly bags. If you're going to send something to Amazon, the majority of the time they want you to have on that a warning label, especially if it's a clear bag. And
you can buy clear bags with the suffocation warning, or what I do is I just print labels, and I just
do that too.
They just have the suffocation warning on them, and you can stick those on there.
Yeah, somebody told us that we couldn't do that, but never once has Amazon had any problem with us doing it. So it must be common practice now, and maybe it wasn't at one time or another.
Yep. So those of you who had just tuned in, we are en route. We got to drive through almost a tornado.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we heard on the news later that there was a tornado just north of Effingham in Illinois, just because it looked really ominous.
It does look bad.
We pretty much just, the weather was going this way, and we were driving this way, so I think we just literally drove right out of it.
Right through it.
And so that's why I put that awesome thumbnail of the swirling tornado. That was the beginning. James actually was watching that large circular motion and said he could see light coming on through the middle. So my guess is it was already trying to funnel.
Could
so
be.
Anyway, so then we have Terry says hello friends. Haskell Burks says hello Heather and Paul. Kitty Barker says hey sweet guys. So we've got lots of people online saying hello.
Great. This
is a live Q&A. And Terry is saying USPS or UPS. Not sure what the context of the question is.
Was that the poly bags?
Let me see. For shipping. Poshmark always ships United States Postal Service. Whoa, you almost fell. Sorry, guys. Poshmark always ships United States Postal Service.
Yes.
So you're never going to...
For that, get the free boxes. That's what you really want to use for the United States Postal Service. Priority mail. Yes.
So what you're going to do is... Terry goes, yeah, it was a little bit... Now we had an earthquake. Sorry. Susanna Newsy says, hope you have a great time. Okay, so when it comes to the poly bags for Poshmark and the free boxes, get your piece of paper out, handy, ready? All right, so I'm going to tell you the step you get for free, or you can pick it up at a post office, but most of the time it's just easier if you order it from USPS.com.
Yeah, with that, I would order them, because if you walk into your local post office and say, I need 50 boxes, they'll look at you like you're crazy.
Right, so just order them off USPS.com. And then the other boxes that I like are the 1092, so the 1092, and it's a long skinny box, and then the 1097, and then we also use the 1096 long, which is a really smaller one. And then it looked like we were in a tornado with the phone falling, she said. And then there's a little square box that you can get that's like 6x6x6, I think. And then the last one that I usually use is a shoe box. It's called the Priority Mail Shoe Box. So those are the ones that are from the post office. You can order all those for free under the shipping supplies, under the United States Postal Service website. It usually takes anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks to get the boxes.
Yeah,
so go ahead and order, and you usually can order them in 10 or 25.
And if you're trying to order those around Christmas, good luck. Really, you need to have them before
Way
time.
before.
Also, the shoebox one, you don't have to just ship shoes in them. It's just the shape of the box. So occasionally that's a question. Oh, I don't have shoes, so I can't use that box. Sometimes a shoe box that you buy at Kohl's or wherever you're buying shoes at won't fit in the shoe box, you know. So we put a lot of the popcorn that sells. They fit almost perfect. Somebody buys 3 bags of popcorn, it works great for that. So.
Also, Haskell Burks asks, how have our sales been this year?
Good.
Yeah,
Doing
so
well.
we definitely hit a summer slowdown, but then we just started putting a lot more stuff on the store. Like our store, hookedonpickin.com, has so many items on it now.
The most it ever has had.
The most it's ever had in the Hooked on Pickin' history books. So hopefully you guys can go there and check that out. And then, you know, we've been doing some of the fire sales. We will be still having fire sales, but not until later. Pamela Berry says it looked like we were in the tornado with the phone falling. Yeah, I meant to do that. Sure. No, we're driving. Kitty Barker says, I love you, USPS. We always schedule a pickup too. Hey, where are you guys headed? We're headed to Michigan. I have a wedding to go to. My family lives in Michigan, so we're going to stop off in Kalamazoo, Michigan, eat with my dad, and then we're going to head up to Grand Rapids, which is where the family is. And then tomorrow, we're going to do the beach. We're going to go to Lake Michigan, and the kids are going to be excited because they're going to swim in a body of water with waves that has no salt in it.
This is true.
So that'll be different for them. And then Saturday's the wedding, and then Sunday we're going to head on back home. So we're traveling right now. Jerry Baskin says, I'm just starting and a bit confused about Facebook Marketplace. All right. It has, you post in groups, question. Thought Marketplace was something on its own. Okay, so there is basically a Facebook Marketplace kind of page, website, whatever on Facebook. But people have to specifically go to that or specifically search. Like you got to click the Marketplace button and then specifically search for your particular product. So if you're doing a weed eater or something like that, then you have to go to Facebook Marketplace and then type in weed eater to find one locally near them. If you post in the groups, then it pops up in people's news feeds. So they just pop onto Facebook and they're like, oh, I wonder what Paul's doing today, because he's a Facebook friend. And in pops your weed eater that is for sale because you posted in a group that they are also a part of. So it pops in a news feed just like it does your friends' information whenever they have a post. So it's always good to put it into at least 20 groups. So I usually opt into all the local yard sale groups or secondhand groups or marketplace groups that are in my area, and then try to post to a variety of those. That way you can sell more stuff faster. So it just basically gives your item more visibility.
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace is going to be, the majority of your sales will be from local people.
Yeah.
Because they feel comfortable, they're gonna drive 2 miles, 5 miles, 10 miles down the road. Very rarely will somebody call you from, hours away or message you from hours away. And even if that happens, the normal line is, well, I got a buddy or I got a friend that lives 3 towns over, I'll see if he'll come and pick it up for you.
Right.
Just be careful with Facebook Marketplace. I would almost kind of stick to the rule, first come, first serve.
Yep.
Because I don't know how many times somebody has said, would you hold that for me? I'll be there, and they never show up.
Well,
never show up.
You can do the option of doing like a Venmo or a Cash App payment,
sure,
or something like that, so that we can hold it for a deposit. And so we've done that before.
Yeah.
So that definitely you need to get collateral if you're going to hold it for any reason, because you could lose out on a better sale because someone else came in later with a higher dollar amount or something.
And even when you agree on a price, let's say they look at it, you've got something for 150 and they say, how about 120? You're like, okay, sure. I would say it's 50-50 on it. They will show up and offer you, hey, how about 100? And then you just need to think through your strategy. Normally Heather's pretty hardball. She goes, no, I can sell it for 120.
Yep.
So, and quite often they'll go, oh, okay, 120 it is.
Right.
But it is funny. You agree at a price and still they'll get there and go, oh, it has a
such and such
wrinkle in the box or something, I don't know.
Yeah. So we have 8 thumbs up right now. I feel like we need more than that on this trip.
We'll take all the thumbs up we can get.
We need some more thumbs up. All right, there's James back there. He actually sold something on Marketplace, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, you want to tell everybody what you sold?
Yeah, I sold pretty much just a cedar. Me and my grandpa, we fixed it up and got it all situated.
It was one that you attach to an ATV or a lawnmower, and you pull it behind and it spreads the seat.
Pretty much.
Yep. All right. Cool. Since we were talking about Facebook Marketplace, thought I'd throw that. Hey, we're up to 15 thumbs up now. All right. It says, Terry says, cool, thank you so much. God bless, because we answered the Facebook Marketplace question. Really love your candy unboxing. I giggled myself silly. We had entirely too much fun with that.
That was fun.
The avalanche.
We did find some candy in the bottom, at the very bottom. Mm-hmm. Not as much as that first pallet, which is disappointing. But still, I think I made like 20 buys boxes. We've already sold a number of those already.
Yeah, those are under.
Before we left.
If you're looking for candy boxes that have a few Valentines in them, we put them on under the Pickin's mystery box listing, and you're just gonna see candy Valentine, and you got to choose medium. Medium is the $14.99 ones. So because we put it in a medium-sized box. So.
Sure.
I want to buy your first $1,000 item, Terry says.
Yeah.
Because you always say stuff.
I know. Our best item we ever sold was the thermal imaging camera
on Amazon.
On Amazon, and that was $2,000, $4,000. What was that? I thought it was over $2,000.
$2,800, I think.
Something, yeah. So that was our, joking $1,000 item. Mm-hmm. I keep waiting for one of those again. That was a weird pallet. We bought that when we were doing the TV show.
Filming for Extreme Unboxing.
They never gave us any pallets for the TV show, so we had to go out and we would search.
We would buy our own.
And it was kind of fun to try even new places, because what they would do is they would tell us, hey, so-and-so orders from this, so-and-so orders from that. And so it actually gave us a couple more leads, which was neat. The company that we actually bought that from, we bought several other pallets afterwards, and they just weren't quite as good. Usually it was a lot of damaged stuff and sometimes missing, and they didn't really refund you your money. So that was kind of a bummer. But that thermal imaging camera was with a scientific equipment.
We did well on that one.
And it looked like a, a college was getting rid of all of its
science department
stuff, and they just stuck it all on a pallet. That was pretty cool stuff. Yeah. But it was really selective stuff or specific stuff. So, how many times do you go out and buy a beaker? You know? I mean, not very often. So,
if you like the content, you can always do a super chat while we're live, but only while we're live.
Only while you're live, yeah.
So you can buy. Paul needs a soda. He's doing all the driving. So, I feel like he needs a soda.
Only 100 more hours.
Only 100. No, 3.5.
3.5.
All right.
That ain't bad at all.
So, all right. It says, what is doing better for you all? Your website, Amazon, or eBay?
Our website, hands down.
Yes.
We make the primary amount of money, the best amount of money, on the website.
But that's also because we focus more on it. So I feel like whatever platform you put the most on, you're going to do the best on. So like we were hammering out when we first started Poshmark, because we had like 600 items on Poshmark.
When we found Poshmark, we thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
And it's still, we sell stuff on Poshmark every week.
We do.
But what has happened with Hooked on Pickin', because people have kept going to the store, we have our normal is somewhere between 150 and 200 people go to the store. If we're under 100 people a day, it's very low for us. And if we're over 200, that's pretty good. I mean, that's going really well.
Yesterday we had over 200
Yeah,
people
like
there.
250 people went to the store.
I think everybody wanted to buy candy boxes.
Yeah, but what happens is we buy something and we look it up on Amazon, and you can buy it on Amazon or eBay for $40, okay? But then if we were to send it in, the amount of fees that we would have to pay on top of that might be $15 to $20 on fees because of how big it is, and they have to ship it and all this other stuff, right? So we're able to say, okay, we would only make $20 if we shipped that into Amazon. So we're able to say, okay, if they go to Amazon and eBay, they can buy it for $40. So we're going to put it on Hooked on Pickin' for $30. We'll make more, and it's a better deal for everybody else.
Yep.
And that's kind of been our consistent model, and that's been going fantastic. So, our fees for our own store is a credit card fee of something like somewhere between 2 and 3%, depending. Sometimes it's even lower than that.
We do pay for fees for web hosting, but
but we pay for that for every other site. You pay to have an Amazon account, you pay a monthly fee, all this stuff. So to me, I'm like, that's a wash.
Right.
So to me, it's been really, really great to do that. So yes. So we try to put it on Hooked on Pickin'.
And we have full control over it too.
Right.
No restrictions, all that kind of stuff. All right. So we have Sandra. It says hello from Ohio. Then I can't read. Why don't I keep putting these on?
I don't know.
All right.
You look cool and all.
I do look cool. All right. Linda $sign says, I'm in Wyoming, Michigan. You're coming my way. We are going to be in Wyoming. near
I know
Wyoming,
Wyoming,
Michigan.
Michigan.
Wyoming, Michigan is a suburb of Grand Rapids.
Yes.
I grew up in Grand
We will be
Rapids.
there.
So. All right. I'm creating a website now so I can avoid fees. That's awesome. I encourage people to create their own websites. The only caveat I put to creating your own website is, what do I always say?
Yeah, how do you get traffic there?
How do you get traffic? Customer acquisition. How are they going to hear about you? How are they going to know about you? What are they going to do? So you can do it various different ways. We obviously use YouTube, but you can opt into Facebook Marketplace or Facebook groups. You can opt into Instagram stores. You can do all sorts of social media to get your name out there.
Right. I would say there's something that has gone on with that in the last year, though, that you really need to consider. We sell knives on our website, and I've gone back and forth whether I should or shouldn't sell knives on the website, not because I think that selling knives is wrong, but because I cannot put out a Facebook ad for our entire store because it goes against a Facebook ad policy. And it's under the weapons thing. I don't care if it's a little pocket knife that, it's going to take me a long time to hurt somebody with that thing. Or if it's even an ornamental, like the Roman dagger that's not even sharp that we have. It's a letter opener.
Yeah.
And even to do that, you better sharpen it, So it doesn't matter. They consider that to be a weapon. Even we sell a little rubber band gun that is...
a kid's toy.
Like a kid's toy. They will not let me put any advertising on Facebook.
Because we have that on our store.
Right. And that's a big deal. So think through, what can you sell? What are you selling? If you were planning on having Facebook be your main thrust of advertising, and you can make good money doing that. You really can. Facebook is a good boom for people in their advertising situations. But not always, because you have to abide by their policy, and their policy is frankly stupid in a lot of ways, because all it's looking is for keywords. There's no other person on the other end of that. And when you call, which we've done before, and say, hey, look, it's not a weapon like you're thinking it's a weapon.
They don't care.
They don't care.
Yep.
It just, goes against policy. So.
All right. It says... Sandra Flynn says, hello, fellow Buckeye, to someone who's near there. All right.
Cool.
Then Raina says, can we change the UPC code for an old listing, which I bought from a third-party reseller? So I don't own a UPC. Can I change my UPC code or get an exemption? If you're talking about on Amazon, like creating your own listing on Amazon, you can actually buy UPC codes off eBay.
Right.
I bought a whole 1,000 of them for a really dirt cheap price, and they're basically just UPC codes that never been used for anything. So they're just open and available ones. So you can get UPC codes that like that. As far as getting ungated and stuff like that, usually if you're buying secondhand or liquidation, you can't utilize those receipts for kind of ungated or opened in a specific category on Amazon. So,
right.
Okay, we're back. Sorry. It says, Michelle Australia says, you have to take off all the keywords or reword your listing, and that will solve it. So we'll have to not call it a knife. The problem is, that might be specifically what somebody's looking for, and we want to make sure.
I actually called Facebook, and I talked to 3 separate people.
Like Michelle Australia is giving the example of, instead of a rubber band gun, name it a rubber band snapper.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe that would work.
Mm-hmm.
They complete runaround. No, there was absolutely no way. I had to for sure take that item off.
There was also
off my site.
We had a couple.
It's a good point, though. We might need to think about doing that.
We could. There was also a couple of other items that had nothing to do with weaponry and nothing that would alert me to their policy issues.
Yeah.
That they said, oh, you can't have this on your store, and I was like. It was like a set of earbuds, and it didn't make any kind of sense because we didn't even have keywords in there that had anything to do with weaponry or anything that would be a policy violation. So.
Right. We really had that issue when it came to PayPal, because PayPal froze our account one time, unbeknownst to us that we broke a policy, and we're not trying to do anything crooked here.
Yeah.
And so we got that resolved, but so. And all of this has popped up because we have our own website.
Yep.
eBay is different, of course. eBay just will flag an item, and then it's a little bit easier. Amazon, same way.
eBay is also, they've actually dropped PayPal for that reason. You can't pay with PayPal on eBay
PayPal's
anymore.
policy has gotten pretty weird.
All right, we had one more comment that come in. Name brands or listings. Yeah, this was a generic
No, it
set
wasn't
of
that
headphones.
issue.
Yeah, it wasn't that. So, yeah, I mean, maybe I used a name brand or something in one of the tags, but I looked through all of it and didn't think I did. So,
No.
so we're driving and we wanted to just kind of give you an update, talk to you about the tornado that we almost drove through.
Yeah.
And say, hey, we're headed to Michigan and good content on the channel. Don't worry, we did lots of work ahead of time beforehand. So stay tuned to the Hooked on Pickin channel. You will get videos tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday and Monday and all the days following.
And thank you so much for watching. Most of you are so faithful to watching the channel, and that is such an encouragement.
Yep. All right. Hey kids, you want to say bye?
Bye.
They're all on their devices. So we're going to continue to drive. We've got good weather now, and thanks so much for joining us on our live chat so we can answer some of your reseller questions. And hopefully this helps anybody watching after the fact. And of course, remember in the end, Jesus wins.